Wait. Hi, everybody. Are you filming?
Mm-hmm.
This would be a good way to begin the BTS. Actually, hey everybody. This is director Dylan Hanson. This is Luke's car. So you can see that's his arm with the screwdriver. I go like this. This is my hand with some aluminum wire.
Bugs crawling on my arm.
Hi. Welcome to the First Moves BTS.
Everything's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright.
This is the cart loaded up with random stuff. I loaded into the van and headed to Ellensburg. The first shoot was in Hotel Wintro, which is this awesome location in downtown Ellensburg. We tried to keep the lighting setup fairly simple, but we did have light coming through a big window that we couldn't block off, so we had to adjust throughout the day.
Yeah, I didn't.
Really?
I got like
There's one
a
on
BTS photo too.
Oh, look at this one. Yeah, that's one thing. Having the on-camera monitor is a godsend for trying to get focused. I want a bigger one. That's a 5-inch. I think I need to get a 7. And then,
Imagine if you had a 10.
but I do think having a director's monitor on a wireless feed would be really clutch.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
I need to
just a reference monitor.
I need to invest in that.
That is such a dope shot. Right?
That is really dope.
You see my jacked up stool? I busted
Oh,
the top of it.
I remember this moment. I realized I perched right next to Tyler.
Dude, this is the shot you need in every BTS, is the clapper board. Yeah, that's how you know it's a real BTS. Oh, this is the one where his cord was dangling.
Oh yeah.
I like how you're just like extremely in the zone.
Well, let's go location scout.
I didn't like that. I look like a goblin in every video.
After the shoot, we went ahead and went out for a little skate break. Just decompress, hang out, go around the college campus, and Dylan showed me around. It was really, really fun.
The town's so vacant right now, so it gives us this kind of thing to do.
Yeah. Next morning, we went location scouting, and one of the places we checked out was the Red Horse Diner, which we were planning on shooting at the next day.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I realized just one other thing is that
Everything's going well.
we have a shoot tomorrow. First day went well. Is coming up today too. All the equipment's in this car.
Oh,
Keep
yes.
filming. It's a good look. No freaking way. Please God, please God. Please God.
Come on, come on, come on.
Will it just dangle for a second?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh, please. This is filmmaking.
You got it.
Yes. Okay, just a little. No.
No way. If you need to take a break.
Oh, I'm so close. Right when I opened, I thought team bonding. Dude, that is good. Holy fuck. Tomorrow's our second day of shooting, and Luke, we couldn't find his keys. So, and all his equipment, not all, but a lot is in here.
If you try to look through the window, there's cases in the back full of equipment. There's the whole, like, half of the production cart is in here. Over here, there's a bunch of grip stuff in all of our stands.
And we need it for the shoot tomorrow. And so, for how long have we been out here?
At least an hour.
Yeah.
Hour and a
That's
half.
not too bad. So, we were out here for an hour, and we jerry-rigged some of my aluminum wire, and he got some stuff. He was prying the whole time.
You can see up in here. I tried to shove a Sharpie in there because we didn't have a wedge. It busted and inked all over the place.
Yeah.
And we jacked up the weather stripping and yeah, just tried to pry it out. Dylan just magic fingers popped it out.
Finally took so long the Sharpie got on me too. Looks like we've been working on cars.
Yeah, dude. But we made it work.
That's dope.
That's what filmmaking's all about.
So we got it open. So yeah, it's badass.
Once we got the car situation sorted out, we went ahead and went to our Milanote and storyboarded the scenes for the next day. One thing that really helped for this next shoot, because we had multiple locations and company moves, was to do some test shots in the apartment, which
Just
luckily
getting
we
this
were
video
shooting
so that
in Dylan's
If
apartment.
there's anyone helping us
So
out
we had
tomorrow,
all the
we just
time in the
have this
world
straight
and
line.
control to create those test shots and know for a fact that we would have the correct setup. We needed to boom a camera over our actor lying on the bed for this scene, but it needed to be safe, cost efficient, and very fast to set up and take down. So we ended up using a light stand with a boom pole holder and another light stand inside of that connected to the camera, so we didn't have a C-stand and a boom arm. We also needed to raise the ambience of the room up, so we used this small 60D going into a diffusion frame or a sail with a shower curtain on it. So the next day we headed over to Red Horse Diner and we shot out that scene with Isla and Milo. That was really fun to shoot. We're in this diner and they closed half of it down for us.
But they want to film like on the destination.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll happen.
So if we can just kind of push this one.
So I headed home to Kitsap later that night and I just slept in a parking lot and got ready for work the next day. Here's another Flamingo audio job in Bainbridge Island. We're doing this event called the Bainbridge Island Rotary Auction. It's one of the biggest garage sale type events in America. I think it was rated number 3 or something like that. You can end up finding lots of great stuff at this thing. And I had never heard of it before. So it was very cool to get to work this event. We were running all over this middle school, running wires, you know, it felt like miles at a time. That's an exaggeration, but we were all over the roof setting up speakers. We had these big towers of DOS audio rigs, arrays of, 16 speakers. So it was the biggest audio event that I've worked on so far. Here's what our second tower looked like out in the back side, the south parking lot. And then hop down into the school. I just thought this was kind of cool to see their server room, and it was incredibly loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to make you aware we have hydration. There's an auction closing.
I don't know the exact number, but I heard something like 8,000 people came across the line early in the morning. This is just a little video I took to show to the boss later that we did in fact lock up this room, just in case anything were to happen. After I got off work, that was actually a 2-day event, I should preface that. But after I got off on the second day, I headed back over to Ellensburg for a couple more shoot days.
Yeah, the basic.
I'm not good with my left coordination.
This was really great timing because at the rotary auction, I picked up a C-stand and a K-Tech boom pole. So I used those on these next couple shoots. This is an apartment shoot. My first time trying a book light. It's really kind of a crummy book light, but it did give us the diffused large light that we were looking for. So I used a small rig 120D, bounced off of a very cheap reflector and some poster board on the new C-stand that I bought. And then I just bounced that through a shower curtain, acting as if it was a diffusion frame. I had a couple little accent lights for the practicals in the scene, but for the most part, it really was just lit by this book light. Back behind us, I set up this little bit of a village. My cart didn't end up being as organized as I hoped. This is still one of the first jobs that I had used it on, so I'm still getting used to it, getting the hang of it. But still a lot of Pelican cases on the ground.
Yeah, so that's excellent.
We broke for dinner, and one thing that Dylan's been really awesome about on this shoot is taking care of the crew, making sure everyone's fed well and hydrated and has some time to break.
Oh, there's more sandwiches if anybody wants them.
Okay, I just finished up with shoot number 3 and got home. Actually, we finished up yesterday, but we finished up pretty late, and I ended up staying at Dylan's apartment and drove over today. So the pass was beautiful, it was a good drive. And it went really well. You know, it was the 3rd shoot. I hadn't been able to tech scout one of the locations, the apartments we were shooting in, but it actually turned out better than I expected. I expected the layout to be significantly different, and it was easier to shoot how they had it set up. So that was really nice. Tried to aim for universal lighting. We got pretty close. One big-ish book light and, you know, an accent light for one of the practicals. Very, you know, I wouldn't say it was an easy shoot. It was all handheld, shoulder-mounted stuff, and it was definitely a tiring shoot. But the crew was just like firing on all cylinders. You know, Mia was helping me out with grip and gaff. Zeleny helped towards the end, flagging out some sound for audio, and Cole came in at one point and he was helping with grip and gaff in the second location. And it was just like, and then of course Tyler was doing sound, like same as day 1. Everybody nailed it, it seemed like. Jacob was kind of playing double duty. He was acting in the scene, but he was also the AD. So, you know, a little difficult to navigate that, I'm sure, but he seemed to do a great job, and it was very helpful having him around. Isaac, of course, a great performer. So that was a whole crew today, and Dylan directing, the crew yesterday. Absolutely phenomenal to work with, and we've had the same crew for all 3 shoots so far, plus or minus Alex. Genuinely, you know, most of the crew are film students. Genuinely couldn't have asked for a better crew for these shoots. Like, everybody so willing to learn if they don't know something, and so willing to work and excited to be there. One person said yesterday, when the director thanked them for being there at the end of the day, they said, yeah, of course, like, this is awesome. Not only is this fun, you know, I'd much rather be here than at my other job, but this is preparing for my future. This is where I want to be in the future. So that was pretty cool. And I feel the same way, you know, like, I enjoy this much more than cleaning boats. It's hard work. I'm exhausted at the end of these long, you know, 12-hour shoots, but it is incredibly rewarding. So yeah, I could not be more thankful. But anyways, I have all this gear that I need to load up into the house. I already took in the camera and the audio and some of the stands. Need to do some iterations on this cart. A couple of mishaps, kind of unprofessionalisms that happened. I dropped some gear off of the edge while we were in transit, so I need to have some sort of a brace, at least in transit, on both sides, and maybe something on the front down here. So I'm going to figure that out this week. Up until then, I have a lot of editing to get done, some wedding stuff that needs to be attended to, and prepping for the next Sequest trip, which is coming up in like a week. Next shoot day for first moves is in a couple of weeks, and then in August we have quite a few. Okay, that's it. I gotta stop rambling on and talking. Actually, one more. The next couple days I had another Brad job. This is for a group called the Bainbridge Island Land Trust. They're a group of private individuals who pool their money and resources and buy land and take care of it. They care very much about our environment, so it's cool to get to meet a lot of these people. Every year they celebrate the work that they're doing at this event. So it was fairly simple. We had some mics out on stage for the auctioneers. We had about 6 or 8 speakers set up and a bunch of TVs. Then we run the sound mix. Past that, they took care of everything else.